Hello everyone, this is Will from Apple One to One. It is Mac Week this week. As they announced last week on Twitter, they're going to have a whole bunch of slew of announcements this week compared to having a keynote. And here we are. We are now here to talk about the first announcement that was made. In fact, two announcements were made today. First off, that the iMac has been upgraded with an M4 chip. So now the iMac has been updated. There are a couple spec differences that we are going to go through. But the second thing is that iOS 18.1 is now available to download. So the first features of Apple Intelligence are now available to set up in here. But let's focus right now on the iMac so we can talk about what is actually going to be in this Mac. So the first thing they are doing is they are upgrading the color scheme of the machine. So you're going to see new color upgrades that they had from before. Also, center stage now comes on the iMac. That was not here before, believe it or not. So now you have that feature of center stage now available inside the camera. And going through the pre-order for the first time, they are offering a 16 gigabyte unified memory. This is a big deal. People were always complaining about an 8 gigabyte model. Well, now they're starting at a 16. So it sounds like any M4 chip going forward possibly is going to have a 16. We don't know that. This announcement was made today. We don't know all the announcements, but the pricing has stayed pretty much the same. They offer the $200 difference between if you want to go from a 2 Thunderbolt to a 4 Thunderbolt and a gigabit Ethernet cable on the bottom of where the power brick is, and as well as the Touch ID option. So again, the first model, never buy that model. I will never tell you to buy the first generation model. Always go with the $1499 model. They are also adding a new feature called a nano texture glass. So they are offering a new texture glass if you want. If you want to go through it, basically if you want to reduce flare, this is where a nano texture glass would come in hand. So I would recommend if you are going to be wanting a little bit less impact on your glare, and you get a polishing cloth, everybody. Don't forget about that with the gloss. So you can upgrade to 24 and 32 gigs. You can upgrade to the storage, and new features, the Magic Mouse and the Magic Keyboard are now USB-C. Put new on the Magic Mouse, the trackpad, and the keyboard. Unfortunately, with the Magic Mouse, hey, you know what? We're still dealing with a charging underneath here, so they didn't change the design of this, but it is now USB-C charging, which is great. So we're getting very close to a lightning-free zone, but now all those accessories will now have the trackpad. Finally, 18.1 Apple Intelligence is now available on all of our devices. We are going to get the writing tools that are going to allow us to rewrite, proofread, and summarize text. So these are the features that are coming out now. So please remember that we are not getting every single Apple Intelligence feature, but everything that was announced in 18.1 on the beta program is now coming out today on here. So you're going to get reduced interruptions. There are going to be new focus modes that are powered by Apple Intelligence. There's going to be a new photo app feature. So this is talking about getting rid of the backgrounds, a cleanup feature. Also, the feature I want to try right now is the Photos app, where it enables and creates a personalized memories based on a description. So I want to try that out and see how well it does creating a memories and basically create a slideshow out of it. Siri's going to have the new design where the glow is going around the outside rim. Apple has released a full note of what is actually going to be available right now inside your phone. So you have Siri, you have photos, you have notifications. You can now do call recordings. This was something we talked about in one of our previous episodes. You could do the quick switch of the True Depth. The AirPods, which are going to have that hearing feature now, is now available to do. So if you have AirPods 2, you can do that hearing test. So please go through the notes and see if there's anything in here that is of value to you. But so today, big announcements with the iMac being upgraded to the M4, starting at 16 gigs with USB-C now, which is a very big plus for me. And if you want a nano texture glass, if you wanted that. And then on top of it, the 18.1 is out today. So this is just today's announcements. We're going to have many more throughout the week, and we're going to report on them. In my opinion, I think the iMac is starting to get a little bit of a turnaround, especially with the USB-C features. Although, again, we're still looking for some Pro models. We're looking for a 27-inch screen. We're still missing some of those key iMac features I think that we need right now. We don't have them. But for people who want a desktop system and they haven't had one in a couple of years, especially if they have not moved over to Apple Silicon, this is your chance. And I think that the value is there. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me for this video. And I love every single one of you.